The steam engine, for its type, is the fastest land vehicle. And the steam team are the power behind the freight and express services that make up the Northwestern Railway. These are the Northwestern Adventures.
It seems like a long time has passed since there was some news about the England Heritage Railway. That's mostly because from the time period to 1952 to 1958 was pretty uneventful. There weren't any new additions to the railway. There weren't any major events. The only noteworthy thing during this time was that tourism began to decline on the EHR. The railway's sales had begun to go down. It got to the point where one of the engines had to be sold in 1959 to a railway in Norfolk. For the 7 remaining engines on the railway, things were not going so great. Many of these engines were built in the 1800s and were very old. Many needed several new parts. It got to the point where 3 engines were available to run the railway: Lilly, Crovan, and Red Max. Red Max was taking Neil to the works. Neil needed his brakes fixed. Red Max left to take on more water. Appearing next to Neil was a diesel. The railway never had a diesel visitor before. The diesel stopped next to Neil and surveyed the scene.
Has this old teapot broken down? I was just here to deliver the new coal shipment.
Hey, that's not very nice. I may be old, but I'm still really useful.
Right, sure. Well, I'd best be off. We diesels are reliable, you know.
Then the diesel backed up to the nearest junction, then switched onto the track Neil was on. He gave Neil a slight bump, which was enough to cause him to roll.
Happy trails, teapot.
Neil couldn't stop. He tried, but he couldn't. He soon saw a station. Crovan was getting his next train set up. The people were already getting in when Neil crashed into the coach.
I believe everyone survived, sir. Although, you have to pay a large fine for the damages.
How much is the fine?
£10,000.
What happens if I don't have enough to pay for this?
Then, you will have to shut down your railway.
Well, our railway has lots of visitors. I'm sure we have enough for the fine.
This just doesn't make any sense, boss.
What is it?
Tourism has been down this season. We just simply aren't making enough money as we used to. We already had to sell 1 engine to a railway in Norfolk last year just to make ends meet. I fear that if we don't find a solution to our economic problems soon, we'll be forced to close. What makes things worse is that another preservation railway is planning to open on our line. They've even already have an engine for the line they saved from a scrapyard.
Does the engine have a name?
He does? His name is Stepney, boss.
Contact his owner at once. I think we have just found our solution to our economic issues.
The bluebells are coming, oh, oh. The bluebells are coming, oh, oh.
If you must sing, Percy, can't you sing in tune? Me and Dunny made a song about Campbells once.
Well, my song is about bluebells. They are coming.
Don't be so daft, Percy. Bluebells are flowers. Flowers don't come, they grow.
Well, I am singing about a bluebell engine. One of them is visiting here this afternoon.
Oh, Percy. Didn't you hear what Sir Topham Hatt said to us last week?
Nope, I was visiting my friends Ginty and Pug on the mainland last week.
Steam engines. They aren't as safe as they used to be. Steam engines all over the land are being taken out of service and put on old sidings. Then they are
Cut up?
exactly so, Percy. That's why I escaped here. To avoid the same fate that many engines of my class are currently facing.
Well, I was told that the Bluebell engine is named as such because he comes from the Bluebell Railway. The Bluebell Railway is a railway where engines can be taken care of with no fear of ever being scrapped. The first engine to be saved, Stepney, is visiting this afternoon.
You almost made me want to go there instead. Only joking. I can't wait to meet the Stepney.
Well, wait no more, my Scottish friend. Here he is.
Appearing from a cloud of steam was a tank engine with 6 wheels. He carried the number 55 and his name was written in big bold letters. He looked very kind and pulled into the station.
Hello, everyone. Am I in the right place? Is this Sodor?
It sure is. I'm Percy, and this is Douglas.
Oh, thank goodness. I thought I wasn't gonna get here. I'm Stepney. I come from the Bluebell Railway. The Bluebell Railway is a heritage railway running for 11 miles along the border between East Sussex and West Sussex, England. 2 intermediate stations at Worston Keynes, Kingscote, and then into East Grinstead.
Wait a minute. Isn't that where the England Heritage Railway is located? Right down to the same stations?
I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, look, here's another engine.
Yeah, I am. My name's Edward. Who are you?
I'm Stepney, the Bluebell engine. I come from the Bluebell Railway.
Oh yeah, I was supposed to take you to Knepford. 4 engines will be there. You can meet them there.
This has been nice. I miss the good long runs. I'll probably enjoy it here very much. Are there any diesels on this railway?
As of now, there haven't been any full-time diesels on our railway, but there is a diesel on a narrow gauge railway.
Yes. Rusty, I think his name was. I met him on my way here. Very nice indeed.
Here we are, Knepford Station. Your long journey ends here. This is Duck, Fergus, Neville, and Stafford. Stafford is our only electric engine. I hope you will get along. I have to go now.
So you're the Bluebell engine? Very nice. Can you tell us about the Bluebell Railway?
Oh, it's very nice. There you will never have to worry about being too old. There you can be cared for and safe.
Are there any good trains?
As of now, there are none. But it's only the railway's first season.
Are there any other engines there? Or is it just you?
There are 2 others besides me on the line. There's Baxter and Bluebell. We are looking to buying Bluebell's twin, Primrose, but that might not be until next year. Baxter always tries to be in charge of everyone. That's why we jokingly call him Captain Baxter. But he means well. Bluebell didn't have a name before coming to the railway, but since we gave her a name, made her a bit cocky at times, but don't tell her I said that.
Where is the Bluebell Railway, Stepney?
It is located along the border between East Sussex and West Sussex, England.
Just wait a minute. That's exactly where the EHR was located. I know. I lived there for a few months.
Okay, fine. I was told not to tell you and to not make you worry. The EHR has fallen on hard times and needed a publicity stunt to help boost tourism, so they asked me to come to Sodor. You see, the engines there are very old, some reaching the age of 100. As steam engines are starting to become rare on British railways, some of the engines can't get the parts they need easily. They are very expensive, and most of the engines on the EHR are the last of their kind. Only 3 engines are even available to run. Lily, Red Max, and Croven are all that's available. Eagle, Winston, Glyn, and Neil are the ones that are under intense repairs. The railway already had to sell an engine to a railway in Norfolk last year, and they don't want to do it anymore.
Oh, I feel so bad. I just wish there was something we could do.
Well, that's why I'm here. I'm here to raise awareness of the cause. The Bluebell Railway has been trying to buy the EHR, but I fear we might not raise enough. If we can't, the HR will have to close and the engines will either have to be sold or scrapped.
Well, we can't let that happen. We have to get the money somehow.
I'm sure your controller has money to spare. I mean, you guys star in your own book series and have been for 15 years. I'm sure the railway has enough.
I'm really sorry, Stepney. I really am, but money is a bit tight. I just used the last of my savings buying those Scottish engines. I'm sorry, but we can't save the EHR on our own.
What should we do? So I'm just gonna lose some of my friends to the cutters tools.
So what's the deal with you, Stepney?
I'll return to the Bluebell Railway tomorrow morning and tell them the bad news. Are there any sheds I can sleep in tonight?
All open engine sheds are full. But back in the early days of this railway, the engines used to sleep at some old engine sheds. That was until we switched to the sheds at Sidmouth in 1924. Those old sheds were used for visiting engines until the sheds themselves were closed in 1927. Nobody's been there since. It might be a little rundown, but it will be fine.
Fergus and I will go with you, Stepney. Don't want you to be alone after all.
Thanks, guys.
Wow, this place is old. I wouldn't be surprised if the old Sodor mainland engine slept in this very shed.
You're a very lucky engine, Stepney. You never have to worry about being too old again. You can stand up to any diesel. That's more than Fergus and I can say. I tried to taste a diesel, so that tried to sabotage the railway, but ended up in a river, in a fiery mess.
I was replaced by a diesel long before they were even a threat. I got so scared of being scrapped that I ran. I managed to get all the way to Germany before breaking down, but I'm glad I broke down.
Why's that, Fergus?
Because I was found a few days later by Colin and Thomas. I told them my story and they agreed to let me go to Sodor. I'm just worried if tensions increase with the diesels, I might be repeating history.
Listen, you both have been so nice to me. I promise that if anything bad does happen, I'll let you two live with me on the Bluebell Railway.
Promise?
Promise.
I feel so much better now. But what are we going to do? Fates of 7 very old and very kind engines are resting on your buffers, Stepney.
Wait just a moment. You guys gave me the perfect idea. Want to make sure all those engines are safe and never have to worry about repairs again. You two have to come with me.
What?
We're going to Sussex. Pack your bags. I call this a vacation.
Here we are, the EHR and Bluebell Railway's joint railway, the England Bluebell Railway.
I just can't pull trains like I used to.
None of us can. Isn't that right, Croven?
Remember, he's waiting for an overhaul.
Oh yeah, I just hope Stepney gets those funds.
I've arrived with some news.
Please tell me it's good news. Lily over there feels like she's going to explode.
I didn't get the funds, but I did find the perfect solution to the problem.
What is it?
You close the EHR.
What? Are you crazy? We'll all be scrapped if we do.
That's only Stepney 1 of a 4-Stepney plan.
You just say 4-Stepney plan?
I did. Pretty clever, right? Stepney 2 is Lily, Red Max, Fergus, Neville, and I take Croven, Glyn, Neil, Eagle, and Winston Sodor. Stepney 3 is I put you all into the old sheds at Vickerstown. Stepney 4 is to turn the shed into a museum. That way none of you ever have to worry about being scrapped or needing overhauls ever again. So what do you say?
Do we have a choice?
Is there a plan B?
Well, I just leave you here and the EHR closes and you all get sold or scrapped.
Let's do it.
Alright, you all stay here. We go tell Sir Topham Hatt.
Tell me about what?
Oh, that guy has some great timing.
Tell me about it.
We found a solution to the EHR's current issue. We brought all the engines all the way here because we are thinking we can turn the old sheds at Vickerstown to a museum that all these engines can live at. Is it also okay if we sell Fergus and Neville to the Bluebell Railway to pay for it?
I think those are both good ideas, Stepney. We'll arrange for it at lunch.
Soon, Fergus, Neville, and Stepney spent the next month transforming the old sheds into a railway museum. Its opening was also the day the three engines had to leave for the Bluebell Railway. It was a day for both reuniting and saying goodbye.
We will miss you all, but you know where to find us. Come visit someday. We'd love to have you.
True.
Better get going. We have to take these people from the Bluebell Railway home.
So the three engines set off, two of them to their new home. Stepney's mission was complete, and the engines of the now closed England Heritage Railway are happy to be back on Sodor, living in the Sodor Railway Museum.
Now, where the hell is the pancakes?